To be honest, it is the problem. The James Webb Space Telescope is throwing everything out of order. The James Webb Space Telescope just made an amazing finding, and a theoretical physicist named Michio Kaku just told the world about it. This new information could change everything we know about the universe and its masses. Yes, a group of galaxies from the beginning of the universe that are so big they shouldn't exist were first seen as a series of fuzzy dots that looked unusually bright and red. These are the 6 galaxies, which have almost as many stars as the Milky Way, even though they formed 500 to 700 million years after it. This was just found by the $10 billion telescope that was launched in December 2021. The team of scientists who found the Big Bang called them universe breakers, because if they are real, they call into question everything we know about how galaxies form, and why there are so many big ones. The group of scientists who noticed this gave the Big Bang the name universe breakers. The early universe shouldn't have been able to organize itself that quickly, so these galaxies shouldn't have had time to form. Scientists don't know exactly when the first groups of stars started to join together to form the first galaxies we see today. The Big Bang, and then so soon after, finding galaxies with such huge masses. According to the idea of the Big Bang, the Dark Ages may not have been as dark as we thought, and stars may have been forming in the universe much earlier than we thought. Most people think that life started between 1 billion and 2 billion years after the universe was made. Light moves at the same speed through the darkness of space, so the more we look into the universe, the further away we can see, and the further back in time we can see with the James Webb Space Telescope. This is because these early proto-galaxies grow up and turn into wolf galaxies, which ate each other and grew into galaxies like the Milky Way. About 13.5 billion years ago, scientists found that huge galaxies had already sprung into life, very quickly after the Big Bang. The finding of the cosmic microwave background made this find possible. These galaxies seem to be about 13.5 million years old when the universe was only 3% as old as it is now. This puts them between 500 million and 700 million years after the Big Bang. These galaxies are so big that they don't fit with 99% of the ideas about how the universe works. Our current models of the universe say that these galaxies should not have had time to form. So this makes us have to rethink what we know. This means that either the models will need to be changed, or what scientists know about how galaxies form will need to be rethought in a big way. No matter what is going on, Webb has made another surprising discovery. The Milky Way makes up 1 or 2 new stars every year. For the whole time the universe has been around, these galaxies would have had to make hundreds of new stars every year. It looks like these galaxies have up to 10 billion times as much mass as our Sun and all of its stars put together. There's a chance that one of them has as much mass as 100 billion suns. Even if only one of these galaxies is real, it will push us to the limits of what we know about the universe. At this point, all signs point to these celestial objects being galaxies. However, astronomers have not ruled out the chance that some of these objects could be giant quasars or very massive black holes. The giant galaxies were not seen when the Hubble Space Telescope took pictures of the early universe. However, the James Webb Space Telescope is about 100 times more powerful than the Hubble Space Telescope. Since its launch, the Space Observatory has been living up to its promise of being able to read the earliest chapters of the universe's past in its faintest glints of light. This is not the first time the Webb has made us rethink what we know about the universe. Rowan understood at that very moment that the star might be the furthest one of its kind we have ever seen. A few days later, he put out a study about the candidate galaxy, called Glassy 13, and the internet went crazy. Astronomers could never have imagined that this galaxy would be found just a few weeks after the Webb went live. The first signs that the universe is stranger and more complicated than even our boldest theories have thought come from these galaxies. At stake is nothing less than our very understanding of how the orderly universe we know came to be from the chaos of the beginning. A redshift of 11 means that the universe is about 400 million years old, after the Big Bang. The Brinker wind was created by the collision of two black holes. Galaxy formation was thought to have started in the Webbs, but early discoveries could change that. This is because cosmic history includes not only faraway times and galaxies, but also our own lives here in the Milky Way. You build these machines not to conform to the paradigm, but to break it. European Space Agency Webb scientist Mark Kogream said, "You just don't know how it will break," he said. As light from a very faraway galaxy travels across the cosmic abyss, it is stretched by the expansion of the universe. This is called redshift. The farther away the light source, the bigger the redshift, which means that the light has been stretched out more. Early galaxies are so far away that the visible light they give off has changed into infrared by the time it gets to our telescopes. However, Glassy 30 is about 300 light-years after the early galaxies in question, because it has a redshift of 13. Even if more study needs to be done on the emerging primordial candidates, it is possible that the Big Bang is what caused galaxies to form so early in the universe. They think that smaller galaxies could have formed early on in the universe, which could explain things like Glassy 13. However, they didn't know that we'd only just start to learn about the universe in the coming decades. Just 180 million years after the Big Bang, dozens of candidates from Sears and Last Long interview with redshifts as high as 20 were found. The Big Bang something unlike structures that weren't expected to show up so early in the universe's history. Now, astronomers have made a discovery like any other, and with it, cracks in cosmology are starting to show. While looking at a part of the universe near the Big Dipper, a group of astronomers found 6-foot-tall objects that appeared well beyond the Big Dipper. There were dozens of applicants from after all. These galaxies didn't have much time to form, but they are so big and bright that they might have billions of stars like our Milky Way galaxy. These galaxies formed between 500 and 700 million years after the Big Bang, when there shouldn't have been enough matter to make such a huge number of stars and solar systems. Here, galaxies that are very far away are shown as fuzzy red things. The reason they are red is that the universe is getting bigger, which causes the light that passes through it to stretch out and become longer and redder. Importantly, scientists are just starting to learn about these galaxies. Some of these bright red masses could be a different kind of primordial object, like a quasar, which is extremely hot and energetic matter spinning around a black hole and sending out a lot of light into space. We don't know how this happens, though. We don't know the answers to the universe's many secrets. But one thing is for sure, the universe is being born right now. Let us know what you think in the comments part below. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel so we can look at more of the space together. Thanks for watching this video.